channel of the Nerdy Magpie. I'm David.
And I'm Bonnie.
And we're trying something new with our videos, so just bear with us. We're recording on an iPad today, and then Bonnie has recorded individual videos all week, and so they'll be combined into one video today and posted, and something new we're going to try. That way she can post a video about what she's currently working on, and it'll be more current.
And also, it's a way to show them closer.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes you can't see what I've been stitching on, and it's been very hard when there's two of us sitting here to show up a close-up. So we're trying to work everything out. So I'm going to tell you right now, the daily vlogs are probably not going to be perfect, but I'm trying really hard. So,
well, if anyone has suggestions, we have used an iPad, we've used an iPhone.
Yes.
We actually have a streaming video camera.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems like whatever we do, there's just not enough light to pick it up to make it look decent, or if we get it looking decent, it's not close enough to us so that we can show the work up close. So
yeah.
If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comment. We appreciate them.
Yes. So, the weather's been, like, I've been watching several Flosstubes. David's watched some with me, and it seems like everybody's going through a heat wave right now. We did for a little bit, and then we had rain yesterday, and now it's hot and muggy.
Yeah,
I've been burning up today.
They're calling for severe thunderstorms tonight.
I hope
between
so.
4 and 8, and then severe thunderstorms tomorrow.
I don't like severe thunderstorms, but it's better than being hot and muggy, because I'm telling you, it is miserable.
Yeah.
So, speaking of weather, I've mentioned this before. I've been doing, I'm watching Just Keep Stitching, and Pam is doing weather stitching. And so I've been doing that, and I've been trying to write in how many stitches I have gotten when weather stitching is called 1 through 0. And I have 10 projects that I am using for weather stitching. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but Alexa keeps saying it's 70 degrees here. And I think she's done. We live in Dunlap, Tennessee. I think it's Dunlap north the pole, because here,
Yeah.
it is not. We wish it was 70 degrees. That would be fantastic. And she says to me, "It's 70 degrees here. If you have another opinion, please let me know."
So we gave her opinion. She didn't like it.
Yeah, she didn't like it at all. She was starting to argue with me. I said, "You know what? Shut off." Okay, bye. Bye. So
All this AI stuff is creepy, and
yes, it is.
just a sign of the times, you
Yeah.
know. It's just a sign of how everything's gonna.
So I went on the Weather Underground. I usually look at that, and I went off of theirs, and so there's a couple that got stitched on multiple days, but I do not think that they were that was the true temperature. But if you know a better weather app, let me know, because
Weather Underground's pretty accurate.
it is. But
And the other.
I mean, we could only have so many 82 degrees, you know.
And
so.
the other thing is I want to mention real quick is if you hear cheeping or peeping in the background, I apologize up front, but we have been incubating turkey eggs, and we've had 2 little turkeys hatch out, and now we have them in the thing. And I'm sorry about the flies in here. This wet weather has brought in the flies, and we don't necessarily have flies where we live, but there's cattle around us, and where there's cattle and farm animals, there's flies. So they come in everywhere.
I think we need to move that fly trap. over here
We
somewhere.
need a
because-
back door, and we need one by the front door.
Well, we've
because-
got one sitting in a box.
Yeah, so
So we need to get those down. Those work really good, by the way.
they're not the
It's
prettiest
just-
things, but they work.
Yeah, they're by Raid, and I think they're called Fly in a Box or Fly, something like that. But they look like almost like a, wouldn't you say a hummingbird feeder?
Similar. It's
and then
got
they
like
got a silver sticky.
yeah, it looks like it's got a cupcake liner on each end, and then in the middle it's got a tube like you would find in a paper towel roll, but it's shiny,
Yeah.
and they're attracted to the shininess, and so they fly on there and they don't fly off.
They work, and for the money, we bought some ones that go in your light bulbs,
Yeah.
and that did not work at all. Not at all. It did not help at all. So this is the first fly I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. It's because of the rain.
Yeah.
And today's hot and muggy. And by the way, what do you call a fly without wings? A walk.
Buzz. Oh.
A walk.
Okay. You and your dad jokes.
Thought
Okay.
I would lighten the mood.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so let's get on to talking about my whips. I know it's been, what, a week?
Yes.
It's been 2 weeks.
A week.
A week. Since I, no, yesterday was 2 weeks, believe it or not.
Oh,
Yeah, because the last time we recorded was May 31st. May 31st. So, yeah, yesterday was 2 weeks. So, I showed, so I'm not going to talk about what I stitched the week of, yeah, like I said, I've been doing daily vlogs, so you'll have seen what I stitched on all week, and David will be putting up those daily vlogs as part of this vlog.
We're gonna take them all and put them in one video.
Yesterday, we went to our daughter's house to swim and to have a barbecue, and of course, the barbecue didn't work out. So, we had technical difficulties with the crock pot.
Yeah.
So, we ended up with pizza, which is fine. But they live like an hour away from here, so by the time we got home last night, there was no time to do a floss tube. And yesterday morning, we were watching the grandkids, and we had the two youngest ones, and there's no way we could do a floss tube with those two around.
No.
So they're too young. We attempted that, if you recall, and that was a disaster. So here, I was going to show you my, this is for June, and I like stickers, so I put all kinds of stickers on there, something that reminds me of summer. And I love these flowers. So that shows you everything I've been doing, who I've been watching, any sales that's coming. So so I talked about my whips. I explained about my daily vlogs. David and I did my future plans. I want to kit up some things. I'm just gonna put the floss in the bag and the material. I want to dye my material, but we'll see how that all goes. I might just put material in there and dye it whenever I go to start it. But anyways, I have 5 starts I want to start. I've been being influenced a lot by watching these Flosstubers. So, 2 of them, though, are secret stitches, so I will not be showing those. And then 3 or 4. I might be doing 6 new starts. It just depends on what I want to do. I decided I'm not going to follow any rhyme or reason. I'm just not. So, if I want to start it, I'm going to start it. If I don't, well, it'll be kitted up. I have plenty of floss. You see all this back here? All of that is DMC's several times over.
Mm-hmm.
And also fancy flosses. And that's just the start. So, anyway, so that is what I'm doing there for my future plans. I did want to talk about a sale I've been thinking of starting. I was going to do spring ABCs by, I think it's Cottage Needle. Is it? Summer, what is it? So I was going to do the spring by Little House Needleworks, but I decided to do summertime sale. I would like eventually do all of them, but the elementary stitcher, she is starting that June 21st, and I would like to keep that up and dye the fabric and everything to start it by June 21st. So since I already have that one, I want to start that one. So that's a sale that I'm looking at starting. It doesn't mean I am, but I would like to. Then the other, so my plans is to do a daily vlog every day. And then, and the daily vlogs are like, what, 5 minutes at the most? If that.
I don't know.
If that. I make them real short so the video won't be real long. And then I'm going to work on whatever the wheel spins. I'm going to work on the weather stitching, if I can get the weather right, and temperatures right. And then I want to, like I said, dye some fabric. Okay, so I talked about all that. Sorry if this is disjointed. It's been kind of a day. So the next thing I would like to talk about is my fully finish. So 2 weeks ago, David pulled Thanksgiving string. I don't know who it's by. You all know probably more than I do. I think it's Lizzie Kate. I could be wrong. But I fully finished it, and I used Helen D's tutorial. I love her tutorials. I watch them all the time. And I put this on the top and bottom. And then I did a herringbone stitch. Don't look at it too close. My first time ever doing a herringbone stitch, but I thought it lent itself well to this Thanksgiving string. So, I fully finished that. And then I showed, I think it was Wednesday, I showed these real quick on my daily vlog, but after 2 weeks of stitching, I finally got these folders done.
You did chickens?
I did do chickens. That's for the rooster one. Oh, I forgot to count that one in.
Well, there you go.
There's 7 new starts. This one, and then this one. And so I decided to put a pocket in the front, thinking it'd be nice to have the folder here in the front. This was a nightmare. I was trying to put 3 patterns together. Never do that again. But anyways, there is plenty of pockets though. So there's that one, and here's the back to it. I wasted more material. I hate wasting material. I hate it because material is so expensive and it's very hard to come by
Even
anymore.
though she has a lot,
but I have
but we
a
could
lot.
always use more.
But I have a lot, but they don't necessarily coordinate with each other.
That's true.
So that's what's hard. I've picked up material here, there, and everywhere, and so there's this one.
Like me in the 80s, they didn't coordinate.
Yeah, well. And then here's the chicken one to go with David's rooster one he picked out.
Yep. I
If
love
you'll
my chickens.
If you recall, I had him go through my...
Fully finished.
No.
No.
I had him go through all my charts, and he came up with the rooster one. So I thought, well, why not
Yeah.
do a chicken one? And yes, I know this one's sideways and this one isn't, but I don't care because I didn't have enough fabric. So there's those. That's what I fully finished for the last 2 weeks. Never want to do that again. I mean, I will, after I did all of these, the pattern that I was using, and I love that pattern. I was going to text her and tell her that if she had measurements for a larger pattern. Once you know, she already has a pattern with the larger measurements. I missed that memo somehow. Anyways, so I finished that one. And then I have some new charts, but like I said, 2 of them are secret stitch. And I don't think they'll be done anytime soon. So I was watching, let's see, I have my notes here. I was watching Storytime Stitcher and somebody else. And they were showing this Peace on Earth by Lila Studios. You know, I didn't think about it. I hope this one's going to be pretty easy. Because she's the one that does that one I had to throw out because I miscounted.
Oh. Well.
Hey,
We'll
I
see.
like it. We will see. And then I love the Prairie Schooler Santas, but I don't have the money to buy them individually. So I seen these, and I thought I'd just dip my toes in and see if I like them. So I got the Old World Santas.
I like those.
So.
We're kind of old world ourselves.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Well, not us personally, but we like the
Old-timey
older
stuff.
stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the next thing that we, I want to do some mentions and of Flosstubers I've been watching. So one is the 911 Stitcher, and the second one is the Elementary Stitcher. I like watching, and I like each of those ladies because I like what they're stitching. They're what I stitch, and I like seeing them finish or close to finish so I can picture in my mind. And that's why I've been wanting to start some new stuff, because I've been on the fence about some, and when I watched them I seen some that I have been wanting to start and how nice they looked. And so I was like, okay, because you know, a lot of these patterns, these older patterns, they don't have the best pictures. Even the newer patterns don't have the best pictures, but when you see them stitched, that's the nice thing about going to a what do you call it, a stitch retreat, because you can see things in person and see, you can get a feel for some of these patterns. And so anyways, then there's Sit, Stay, Stitch, and I watch her every Monday. I like her daily vlogs. I guess I don't know if I'm copycatting her, but I like how she divides her stitches every day and then puts them together. So, and I like what she stitches. And then the Storytime Stitcher, I like her patterns, and I've read one of her books, and very good author. Very good. Cross Stitch on a Heel, her and I stitch a lot of the same things, and she likes what I like. And then there's Helen D, of course, and she helps with finishing. I like to watch her things for fully finishing things. And then the other one is Patty Stitches. I thought she had quit having a stitching channel. She used to be called the Alaskan Stitcher. Now it's Patty Stitches. She's been Patty Stitches for a while, but for some reason I couldn't find her on YouTube. But she loves her Switch 2 like I do. She loves her Legos like I do. So, and she stitches a lot of things I would stitch, but she likes to full coverage. I do not. So that's one thing that we differ on. So,
well, you might not have been able to find her on YouTube because you need to look on Flosstube.
That is YouTube.
I thought they were separate.
No. So anyways,
Okay.
We're going to go on to what's in the box.
Okay.
And then I am going to have David surprise us by what he's going to pick for me to fully finish this week.
Oh. Okay.
And and you'll see it next week. So, because this is dragging on longer than I wanted it to.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
There you go.
Ah. So, David and I came up with this system for my fabrics. And this is an old one that I had a piece of fabric
Hold it
in.
closer
But
so they can see the tag.
yeah, David came up with these tags for me. And so I put what kind it is, what the count is, what size it is, and what's the color, and then any notes about it. And then I hang them up on here, and it keeps them clean. And then when I'm ready to go kit up something, I just go through my fabrics and look for that size that I'm looking for. And what kind of count and what kind of, like, even weave or Lugana or linen or whatever.
Worked out pretty good.
So that's what that is. My favorite is 18 count, and I still have a lot of 18 count down in the building we have below our house. And I need to go down there and go through all of it and see what else I can find. I have a whole ton of linen, and I don't like to stitch on linen. I don't get it. I've tried. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Where's the full finished
I
box?
forgot to
What?
show what I did today, and yet
Well,
I'm
while you're
sorry.
doing that,
While I'm doing this, he's going to get up and go get that. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I stitched on today. So I spun the wheel, and this is for Multifarious Monday. I don't know if you're new here. I have different days of the week that David and I came up with. One is, I just realized I had, anyways, there it went again. I have Multifarious Monday, Transportation Tuesday, Wild Wednesday, that's any kind of animal. Thursday is Tinsel Thursday, and then Friday is Fully Finished Friday. Saturday is my stocking that I'm making for myself for Christmas. And then Sunday is Steadfast Sunday, and I'm doing Advent. Oh, and David, can you get that one Advent that I finished yesterday?
yes.
It should be right on top.
Yeah. Well, it's not
So,
on top now, but
what I stitched today, and I know this is a little hard to see, but I stitched all the green underneath the birdhouse, and then I did this tree. So I've got a lot more on the tree, but that was 220 stitches, and that is Little Dove Spring, and it's on 18 count Ada custom dyed that my daughter dyed for me. She does a lot of my dyeing, but since she moved away an hour away, she doesn't do my dyeing now. So I'm having to do it, and not the best. I'm trying to do better. I think there's a lady called Stitching on the Rock, and she's from Newfoundland, Canada, and she was telling how she finds what is called for, and then she looks up on the internet how to dye that color. And I thought about doing that and seeing. I kind of dabbled into looking, and I'm going to try it and see how that works out. Okay, the temperature stitching for the last 4 days, it seems like, because can't get anybody to tell me the right temperature, has been chilly. And I'm making him have a rainbow toboggan, and I explain that more on the other days on my daily vlog. So this is where his beak is, this is his wing here, this is his hat, and this is the string that goes down. So that's been almost my daily stitch for weather stitching. And then yesterday I've been working on Advent by, is it Cory Batacory?
I believe so.
Or is it Lily by like that?
No, I think it's Cory.
I think it's Cory Batacory. But anyways, so I finished this one. This is my second one. And I'm going to make these into ornaments. And I did have this stitched down at the bottom, the outline, but I decided not to do it. I kind of liked it just like this. These are so much fun. I made quite a few mistakes beginning in his belly, but that's okay. And then this one I worked on today, and I'm really starting to like this one. This is Fall Halloween is called Pochette. I think it's a French, or not French, I think it's Italian. By Sarah Germani. Germani? I don't know how you say her. Guermani. Guermani? I don't know. Anyways, this is going to be a picture of it when it's fully done. It's so hard to see. I cannot find a good picture of it. Not at all. I don't think very many people have stitched this because I have really tried to find a good picture and I just cannot find it. And I got a PDF and she didn't really have a good picture on there. So, but I did a lot of the tree. I did the spiders today. I just love those spiders. And I did the bat. So, it's going to be so cute. And what this is it's supposed to be a needle book. But it is, as you can see, it is way too big to be a needle book. And this is 18 count that I custom dyed. Something like that. It's huge. That's definitely not going to be a needle book. So, anyway, so that's what I have been stitching on for the today and yesterday. Since I wasn't able to get on yesterday, and today I'm already filming, I'm not going to do a daily vlog. So, I hope you don't mind. That was an extra 7 minutes. Okay, so here's the surprise fully finished.
Fully finished. This is one that her and I have been wanting to do for a while, but it might take us 2 Fridays to get it fully finished. But you're going to love it.
Oh, he's been dying to do this one, and
I think it is so pretty.
We have got to find a frame.
I think it is so pretty. I'm dead sorry, I didn't mean to go in front of your face.
It's fine.
But look at that. That is just beautiful.
And I don't know if you can see all of the colors. But that was a stitch somebody put on a table. And it was from an estate. And somebody had put it on a stitching retreat table. And I fully finished. I think I did 2 out of the 4 dresses. So, I just think it's really neat how, like, this blue one here, it looked like it was beads, and it's not. This is a testament to the early designers. Not that there isn't any good designers now, but I just love that. So, David's been wanting to get this done, and I'd really like to have this hung up for Thanksgiving.
Well, see,
so
Bonnie did her DNA and I did mine. And Bonnie actually has a Native American in her bloodline from New Mexico. And my dad always said that my grandmother was Cherokee.
No way.
I am 99.8% European. White.
White as white can get.
I don't know.
I don't
know
either.
where the story came from, but
now me, I'm just a melting pot.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
That's okay. But we want to say thank you for subscribing. Cross Stitch on the Hill just recently subscribed, and we appreciate that.
Yes.
We appreciate
any new subscriber.
Exactly.
Any likes, thumbs up that you give us. If there's anything we can do better, like 2 weeks ago, we had like 150 people watch our channel.
Then
no subscribers.
And then the next video, we only had like 40 something.
And then the next video, we had 20.
So we're all new to this.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing it a year. It's been a year.
And, well, I haven't been doing it that long, but anyways.
David came on at Christmas.
Yeah.
And it was just supposed to be for the Advent Christmas.
But I kind of hung in there.
Yeah.
I want to see her channel grow as much as she does.
Yes. And if it doesn't, it's still just for my kids and my grandkids.
Right.
To
One
look
day
back
they can
on.
look back and say, hey, look, there's
Nana and Papa. Yep.
But anyways, we thank you. Be safe. Please subscribe, like, follow, tell your friends.
Yes.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
How is everyone today? I'm doing great. It's Monday, June 1st, 2026, and it's a rainy day today. Um, so I worked on 2 cross stitches today, first thing this morning. I didn't sleep well last night. I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so that was a little bit not good. So I decided to stitch instead, and I hate it when I do that because I go to bed really late, and then my body seems to say, "Hey, it's time to get up." So I've been up since 4, and I'm extremely tired. I have been working on 3 project folders for the last week and a half, and I'm about done with them. I'm about done with them, and mentally I'm about done with them. I have never had a project take so long in all my life. They have anything that could go wrong with this. Every step of the pattern I have had to take out, because I'm doing 3. I had to take out 3 times. It's been awful. And today I was so close. I was sewing on the binding, and of course I cut the binding too short. So I had to take it all out. And I hate binding anyways, but I'm just done. I'm done. So I'll be glad to have those done next week. Or I'll have them done tomorrow, should be. My daughter-in-law keeps saying, "Why don't you just quit doing them?" Because I like to sew and I like the process. And I love this pattern. But what I try to do is I try to make it larger because it wasn't fitting my larger patterns. It was fitting my smaller patterns, but not my larger pattern. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to contact the designer. She's on Etsy, and see if she can't give me larger measurements. For a lot of people, that's no big deal. They can just upsize it and think that that's fine. But for me, I have a dyslexia in math. It's just a whole thing with me. So, because I was trying to combine two different patterns, it's been a whole thing. So, I'll be glad when they're done. And they should be done tomorrow. But anyways, let's talk about what was called today. I've been doing my weather stitching, and yesterday the high was 79. And so, since it ended in 9, Lily Violetta was called. Trick or treat. Lily Violetta's trick or treat. I just love this pattern. Every time I take it out, I just want to keep stitching. But today it wasn't very nice, and that's been the theme of my day, all day. So I worked on this pumpkin here, and you can see that it doesn't look that big, but it's a lot of stitches. So I finished up let's see if I can get this right here. I'm working with the new camera. So I did the greenery here, and this is really nice. I finished with the brown here, and everything is backwards to me. And then I had to take out all this orange because I was off by like 2. And I decided to try something new and outline it, and then I can just fill it in. Well, that's not working out too well. I don't think I'll do that again. It's fine for the animal crackers that I stick, but these little ones here, it just seems like it's a mess. It's a whole thing. So the frog has definitely been calling my name today. So that is, I hope you can see that card. I made the cards. Let me see. I'm trying to get this right so you guys can see them. Okay, so there it is. It's Plum Street no, it's Lily Violetta Trick or Treat. I'm sorry. And I'm doing this on 18 count Ada. And I'm using all called for DMC. And I do believe it is 12 colors. Is that what it says? 12 colors. Yes. So that's where I've gotten so far. So, I stitched on that today. Tell me if you like the cards. I thought of doing this way. I watched Cross Stitch on the Hill. I've watched quite a few ladies, but mainly Cross Stitch on the Hill and Stay Stitch, and they show their stuff so close up, and it seems like when David and I are sitting together, I'm just so far from the camera that you can't see what I've been doing. So, so let me know if you enjoy this way of mine, so you can see closer to what I am stitching. So today is Multifarious Monday, and I spun the wheel, and multifarious means like mixed Monday, whatever comes about. There's no rhyme or reason to what is picked on the wheel. It's just I put in all my whips and whatever comes up. And so today it's spun. Now this one, I will tell you what I spun in a minute, but this one I have it on PDF and I don't have a colored printer, so therefore I don't have a colored picture for you to see, but it is turning out so pretty, and I just love this one, and I do not see a lot of people stitching this one. And so I'm going to have David try to stick up a picture somewhere up here of what it's like in color, the pattern itself. But this is by Plum Street Samplings, and it is, I'll try to, oh, this is driving me nuts. So this is Plum Street Samplings. Let me see if I can get you in the frame. There we are. Hopefully that'll be okay. And it is called the Heritage Sampler. I'm trying, let's see here. We're going to have to work on this better. I told David he needed to work with me on this, but anyways. So it's by Plum Street Samplings, and like I said, it's a Heritage Sampler. This is 18 count Ada, which I do most of my on 18 count Ada. That's my sweet spot. And then this has 25 colors. So what I got done today was this leaf here. Oh, let's see. I'm all over the place. This leaf here, and this rosebud here. So I've got another rosebud here, and I think another leaf here, and then I'll have it earn. And then you just go over here to this side, and you just copy there, and then that's an urn. And then here in the middle is that is going to be the pictures of. Let me see if I can find a picture for you guys. So it's going to have the house and the pilgrims. Maybe David. Like I said, David will have a better picture for you all. But the house, and I hope the border is not too bad on this. If it is, I'm sorry. So it's the house and the pilgrims and Abraham Lincoln, I think, and the flag and the White House. And I'm really liking this. And I started this, I think it was July 2025. And I've been working on it for a year. And this is also a temperature stitch, but I don't remember what it is. But anyways, okay, well, I'm going to go and play my Switch. I'm going to go take a shower. Then I'm going to go and play my Switch 2 and eat dinner with my husband, with David. And then I'm going to just relax for the rest of the evening. I'm done sewing. I don't even want to look at sewing. And I will see you again. And make sure you stitch on whatever makes you happy. Bye. Hello everyone. How are you doing today? I'm coming to you a little later than normal. It is June the 2nd, 2026. It's been hot and no rain today. Today's the first time in almost 2 weeks that we have not gotten any rain. And the humidity is back. It is horrible out there. So my hair looks all a mess, and we just got back from going to get something to eat with Mira, my daughter-in-law, and my grandchildren. Let's just say it was very expensive and not worth the price at all. I got a cup of horchata, and if anybody knows what that is, it's so good. But they charged me $6.50 for a small cup this big. That's ridiculous. I'm not paying that again. So for me and David to get one taco, one pollo loco, which is just, it didn't even come with the beans or the tortillas like it was supposed to. So it was 2 pieces of meat and rice, one taco, one horchata, and a Coke. Came to $30. That's way too expensive. I'd rather eat at home any day. So, anyways, enough blathering about stuff, and let's look at what I stitched today. So, the first thing I stitched today was, yesterday it was 79 degrees, so remember I'm doing my weather stitching. I seen Pam on Just Keep Stitching. She, I heard her talk about it and thought, well, that would be a good thing for me to get extra stitches in some of my projects that don't get enough attention. So number 9, since it was 79 yesterday, is my favorite holiday. And here it is. And I worked on underneath the house. I put the grass in, and then I realized after I put the grass in and the trees that I had missed a row somewhere in that house. So I just went ahead and added in a row of red so it doesn't look like it was floating around in the sky somewhere. So anyways, that's what I did today. I generally try to get in one length of floss, and one length of floss is about 109 stitches. So that's what I said I got today. So that's what I worked on. And it is, let me pull out my card here so y'all can see. This is by Corey E. Batakori, and the name of it is My Favorite Holiday. It's on 18 count Ada, and I'm using all the called for DMC, and there's 14 colors. So that's what I worked on today for temperature stitching, and here is my colors, and I just love them. So that's them. And then the second thing today is Transportation Tuesday. If you're new here, I have named a day a week something, and David, my husband, helped me come up with a name. And so we have Multifarious Monday, Transportation Tuesday, Wild Wednesday, Thursday's Tinsel Thursday. Every Friday I try to do a fully finish, and then Saturday is a stocking Saturday because I'm trying to do a stocking for myself, and then by Christmas, and then Sunday is Steadfast Sunday, and I'm working on an Advent calendar. And so today for Transportation Tuesday, it was, oh, let me see, where is my card that I had? Just a minute, folks. Trying to find it here. I'm just going to have David put in a picture here, but this will give you a little idea of what it is. It's called Haunted Caravan, and the designer is Living on a Rainbow. She is on Etsy, and like I said, the pattern is Haunted Caravan. I'm doing it on 18 count Aida, which I do most of my things on 18 count Aida. That's my sweet spot. And then I'm doing all the called for DMC, and there's 11 colors. And then I have one specialty floss, and it is a glow in the dark by DMC, and it is E940. So that's what I did the little ghost in. But this is the one I worked on today, was this one. So I completed all the orange here, and this is going to be a table. And then I need to see, but if down here is going to be a, it's supposed to be a sparkly green spider. So, not the spider's not going to be, it's the web and things supposed to be sparkly green. So that's the next thing I'll be working on when I do the tiny decision wheel, and that is what, I'm sorry about my cat. He is upset that David shut the door. He loves David. So anyways, so that's what I completed there. So all I have left is the things in the window, and then I will be on where I gridded this here. It's going to be a piece that, and when you sew it together, these are pin cushions, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not, but these are pin cushions. And these are PDF patterns that I have, and my printer only does black and white, so that's why David's going to have to put up a picture. So I'll have him do that. But anyways, this is a lot of fun. I think the other day I showed my retro camper, but this is the one that came up, and that one's by so here's the colors again, and here's the glow in the dark. So my granddaughter, she said, Nana, can I see it glow in the dark? So I let her go in my bedroom, which is pitch black, and because I have blackout curtains in there. And she goes, oh, it really does glow in the dark. So she was all excited about the little ghost glowing in the dark. So it doesn't call for it. I added it in. So that is what I worked on today. And today the high was 81. So my temperature stitching will be chili, animal cracker chili. And so I'll talk more about that tomorrow. And then tomorrow is also Wild Wednesday. Wild Wednesday is where I stitch animals. And so that is going to be autumn. And I think that was a freebie chart by Lizzie and Kate. So I will look at that closer, and I will show you that tomorrow. So everybody have a great day, and I hope you stay cool wherever you are. And if you are cool, or it's winter, or wherever you're watching from, I hope you stay warm. Okay, bye. Hello, everyone. It is June the 3rd, Wednesday, June 3rd. I had to think because it's going by fast. Today was another hot and sticky summer day. Humidity was high. It's not that the temperatures are hot, it's that the humidity makes it seem hotter. I asked um, Alexa what the high temperature was today. And she's talking to me right now. But she said, I can't tell you that about Dunlap, but according to my best calculation, it was almost 80. Yeah, you're about right. Because the humidity is just makes it so much hotter than it it up and it was 81. So what I stitched on for my temperature stitching today, I'll be stitching on again for my temperature stitching tomorrow. So today and yesterday, or today and tomorrow are the exact, no, yesterday and today, is that how it goes? Yeah, for the same exact temperature. I'm hoping I'll be able to get other stitching in besides this one, but who knows. Okay, so the first one, so for my temperature stitching today, I did, I just dropped my one. Sorry for bending down, but anyways, it was Chili by Stacy Nash, and says right here that I'm hoping you will be able to see this, I am, um, so I stitched his toboggan, and this is the string off his toboggan right here. This is his, this is his wing and his, the start of his feet. So it looks a little strange, but by tomorrow I should be, I think I'm going to fill in. So I decided to make his toboggan, I decided to do it, let me see if I can get this over here so you can see it, so you can see the paper. I decided to do a stripe toboggan. And I looked and looked and looked to see what I wanted to do, and that's what I did. So I kitted it up, and instead of having like 5 or 6 colors, now it's got, what did it say, 16? And that's okay. I think it's going to turn out really cute. These animal crackers, I heard somebody say today that they're so easy to customize what you want. And that is true. These are on 14 count Ada because I'll have to decide, but I made them big so my grandchildren can play with them if they want to. I don't know, I'll have to decide. But I definitely would like to display these whenever I get them done. So these are the colors that are in Chili that I decided to do. Oh, I changed this thing right for nothing. There it is. You'll have to excuse me. Um, I'm still learning this camera thing. I talked and talked to David. He just seems to think it's okay, but it isn't for me. So that is Chili, and I'll be working on that again tomorrow since the temperature, like I said, was the same. The other one that I worked on for Wild Wednesday um, was Autumn by the Tiny Modernist. Get this card off of here. I made cards so you all could see what they are. But anyways, here's Autumn. And put this right here. I did all the squirrels and the little nut they're holding in their hands. And I was trying to figure out how to do a little bow on that one squirrel. I thought I'd make a little girl squirrel, but I don't know. I might just, when I fully finish this, I might make her a bow out of ribbon instead of trying to carve it. All I have left is one more pumpkin and I'll be fully finished. So for today I do believe I got 300 stitches. And, um, and oh, I didn't say, but in Chili, I always do one length of floss for my temperature stitching. So I did 109 stitches on Chili. And then the other big accomplishment I did today, oh, so glad it's over with, is I have been working on these for 2 weeks straight. And I finally found a video after watching several videos on how to bind, how to do binding. And this lady made works, I have to find a video that makes perfect sense to me. And I tried every which way, and I pulled out the binding 4 times. And I finally this afternoon finished up my project folders. So there's one. I'll talk more about these another time. There's the other one. So glad to be done with that. And right before I came on here, I cleaned up all my space, put away my sewing machine, and said adios, adios for a while. But once again, I'm sitting here thinking I would like to get some Halloween temperature or Halloween fabric to do a couple more folders. I So my bags, I made them about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. And they're getting, I mean, they're good shape still, but from me washing them and everything like that, I'm wanting to make folders now. And so that one is housing my autumn, and then this is housing two of my animal crackers. I did cross stitch this, and I made a project folder for this. So, so I think that's all I got to talk about. I'm excited this evening. I'm going to go watch a movie with my husband and David, and then I'm also going to sit there and play outside with Yoshi from my Switch and supposed to be a good one. So that's what I'll be doing this evening. I think that's all I've got to say. And so stitch your heart out, and talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Uh, Seems like everybody's off today for some reason. Just, it don't seem like, I don't know if it's the heat and humidity or what it is, but it just seems like everybody seems off today. We woke up this morning and our grandson, let's just say, as soon as I got to bed, I was hit the ground running. The grandkids wanted this and that, and then my daughter-in-law Mira said at the nursing home all the memory care patients were fussing and fighting, and then I went to Goodwill, and my friend that I know there said the people there were fussing and fighting, and just, I don't know what it was today, and I'm just exhausted. Mentally, I'm exhausted, and it's just been a full day. I'm glad I'm alive though. My mom and dad came up for a visit to see the grandbabies, and they stayed for about, I don't know, 2-3 hours. And so I didn't get much done. I only did temperature stitching today because I was going to do fully finish, and I was working on that, and then we had to go pick up my daughter-in-law, and then my parents were here, and so I did not get that done. Plus, I bought a white sewing machine. It's a vintage sewing machine from the 1970s, made in Japan, and I bought that at Goodwill, and was trying to figure all that out, getting very frustrated. You, it's just a whole thing. So getting all that messed around with and looked at and figuring that whole thing out was just awful. So, needless to say, I didn't get any fully finished done today again, but I will be working on that tomorrow. And I also will be working on my temperature stitches tomorrow, and I'll be working on my stocking tomorrow. So, let's talk about what I did stitch today. I did not get a lot of stitching in, but I did get stitches done. So, I worked on Heritage Sampler by Plum Street Sampler, and this is on 18 count Aida, and the colors are all DMCs, and there's 25 colors to that. And I don't know if I said the designer is Plum Street Sampler. So here is what I got done today. I got done all the flowers on the left hand side and the little star at the bottom. And I completed the page on this side. So I was happy with that. Now I'm going to go further down here and put an urn down at the bottom down here. So, yeah. So this was the second time being called this week for temperature stitching. So I was glad about that. So I'm slowly but surely getting that done.